Hello and welcome again. On this video I will be teaching you how to color this character by using a pre-existing color palette. So as you can see, I selected a pre-existing color palette that I have here on my swatches panel, and I'm going to work with these colors. I think this is a great color harmony, but I'm not necessarily going to use these exact colors. I may change the map a bit. Let me show you how. Okay, so let's start with the skin tone of this character. I think I want to assign a color that's close to this green that we have here on the color palette. So I'm going to take this main shape of his face and I'm going to first of all remove the stroke. I'm going to select the stroke over here and click on this little slash icon to remove it. Okay, so I feel that this original green color that we just used is maybe too dark for his skin tone. I want something lighter, so I'm going to modify this color by playing around with the HSB sliders and the RGB sliders as well. Okay, there we go. I'm much happier with this lighter version of that green color, but I'm still going to use the original one for the color of the shadow of his skin tone. Okay, perfect. There we go. Now I will take the eyedropper tool by pressing I on the keyboard, and I'm going to assign those same two colors for the rest of the skin tones on his body. Okay, great. So now we have a little shape here that's a highlight on the top of his head, and we want to create a new color for that one. So by using the eyedropper, I'm going to copy this color and I'm going to use it as a base. And now that I have done that, I'm going to modify that color with the HSB sliders over here. So I'm going to reduce the saturation, I'm going to increase the brightness, and I'm going to slightly move the hue a bit. So as you can see, I used the original green color over my color palette here just as a starting point, and I created two derivative colors from that one. I created a base tone and a highlight too. Okay, so now as you can see, I'm coloring the hand. I'm completing all the skin tones. And now that we're done with that, let's create a new color for this color palette. Let's assign some color to his clothes. Let's do the pants first. And I think I'll assign this purple color for the pants. I think that will work. So let's do that now. Okay, so far so good, but as you can see, there is an area of the shape of his pants that is in shadows. So I will need to create a darker color based on that original one. So let's do that now. Okay, so far so good, but I think that the original color that we used for the pants is a bit too dark, so I will need to create a lighter version of it. So again, this demonstrates how I use this color palette as a starting point. I think it has a great harmony of colors, but I'm slightly modifying it for my own purposes. Same thing goes for the color of his eyeball. I'm going to color it a very light yellow, so I'm going to use this one as a base, but of course I'm going to change it up. I'm going to bring the HSB sliders, I'm going to increase the brightness and decrease the saturation. And there we go. I'm going to repeat the same process for this shadow area on the eyeball because I think the original yellow is still too dark for a shadow. After all, this is an eyeball, so I don't want it to look too yellow. Okay, let's continue with the eye. Let's continue with the iris and the pupil. I'm going to assign these two colors that I have here over my color palette. I will use this intense red for the iris, and this dark brown will act as a black. And for this shiny part of his eye, I'm going to use pure white just for this shape. Okay, there we go. Now it's time to use my eyedropper tool again because I'm going to copy the colors from the pants to his eyebrow. So I'm going to take both the original color and the shadow area color. For the inside of his mouth, again, I'm going to copy the same color and I'm going to apply it here. As you can see, I'm reutilizing a lot of colors. I'm, for example, taking this intense red color from his iris and I'm going to use it for the tongue. I'm also assigning these light yellow colors from the eyeball to the fangs, and of course I'm going to reutilize them for the horn and for the spikes on the weapon. So everything will look cohesive. Okay, so far so good, but I'm going to try something different now. For the boots of the character, I'm going to take this orange color that we have here over the swatches panel. Okay, so let's begin. So the basic idea would be to give the boots somehow like a shiny golden color. So I'm going to start by using that orange to achieve those shades. So as you can see, I'm assigning the original orange color, but of course I'm going to modify it same way as I did with the other colors by using the HSB sliders in this case. So as you can see on the original illustration, the boot has different sections, and this is because I want the boots to look shiny, so I will have to come up with different variants of this color. Okay, so as you can see here on the final result, I deviated quite a lot from the original orange, but that's okay, as long as it looks good, it's all valid. And for the top part of the boots, I'm going to use light yellow colors, so it looks like a different shade of gold. So let's do that right now. Okay, I think it looks good, I think it works. So I'm going to start reassigning some colors by, of course, using the eyedropper tool by pressing I on the keyboard. And for example, I'm going to assign the same yellow tones for the belt, and for the little skull that he has on the belt, I'm going to reutilize the colors on his horn. So as you can see, even if I deviated quite a lot from the original color palette, you can see that the overall harmony is still intact, which is what appealed to me from that color palette. But now it's time to create a new color because I want to color the weapon and I want to give it some bluish tones, some metallic tones that we don't have on the color palette. So we'll have to come up with it. How to do that? Well, we're going to use the base skin tone, this green color, as a base, and we're going to modify it. And starting from there, we are going to move this color towards the blue tone. So of course I'm going to use my hue saturation brightness panel and I'm going to move the hue there. Okay, there we go. And as you can see, this new blue color is somehow related to the rest of the color panel, and this is no coincidence since I've used an existing color, in this case the green, to come up with this new color. I didn't just go and grab some random blue color, I did it starting from an existing one, and this helps a lot to maintain the color harmony on the color palette. But we'll explore this idea in more detail on the next video of this course, in which we'll be creating our own color palette from scratch. But for now, this is a good training before you go and create your own color palette, which is of course to take an existing color palette and slightly modify it and maybe even create a new color or two and see how it works. So at the moment I'm coloring the spikes on the weapon here, and I'm reutilizing the yellow tones that I used on the eyeball for the character and on the horn too. And for these 3 spikes that are on the back, I'm using a variant of this orange color that we have over here. Okay, so now all we have left is the wooden handle of the weapon of this character, so I'm going to take the color from his pants as a start to create a brown wooden color. Okay, in this case I'm taking that as a starting point, but I'm deviating quite a lot from it. But since this is a minor detail, I'm not too concerned for the overall harmony, since this is mostly a neutral tone. Okay, there we go, we're all set now, the illustration is complete. So I just told you one particular approach to your colors, which is to use an existing color palette, which you can modify as you have seen and even create some new colors that aren't included. So this is a very useful approach, especially if you're just starting out with your creative career. But if you're more advanced, then you'll want to create your own color palette, which will give you way more freedom and let you play with the colors that you personally like and build your own identity. So we'll do that on the next video.